4 cricket balls. 19 runs needed, 80,000 people screaming, one man with a bat in his hands. This is how legends are born. Stay with me because I'm about to show you how a quiet kid from Barbados became the most dangerous man in cricket and changed the game forever with just 60 seconds of pure magic. Before we dive into this incredible story, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because you're going to want to see more stories like this one. Carlos Brathwaite was born on a hot summer day in July 1988 in Barbados. This small Caribbean island has produced more cricket legends per square mile than anywhere else on Earth. But Carlos wasn't born into cricket royalty. His father Chesterfield worked regular jobs, and his mother Joycelyn raised their children with simple values. Work hard, stay humble, never give up. Growing up in Barbados means cricket is everywhere. Kids play in the streets, on beaches, in their backyards. Carlos was no different. Every morning before school, he would practice his batting against a concrete wall behind his house. His neighbors would wake up to the sound of ball hitting bat, over and over again. Some complained about the noise. His parents just smiled and let him continue. Here's something most people don't know about Carlos. He wasn't the best player in his school team at first. At Combermere School, there were bigger kids, stronger kids, kids who could hit the ball harder. But Carlos had something different. He could stay calm when everyone else was panicking. While other kids would get nervous during important matches, Carlos would get more focused. His cricket coach at school, Mr. Johnson, noticed this quality early. He would put Carlos to bat when the team needed quick runs in the final overs. Other kids would swing wildly and get out. Carlos would watch the ball carefully, wait for the right moment, then hit it exactly where he wanted. This skill would later make him millions of dollars and turn him into a global superstar. But success didn't come easy. After finishing school, Carlos played for his local Barbados team. He was good but not great. His batting average was decent. His bowling was useful, but nothing special. Cricket scouts from the West Indies team would come to watch matches. They would notice other players, but Carlos was often overlooked. He was too tall to be a specialist batsman, not fast enough to be a specialist bowler. In cricket, players like this are called bits and pieces players. It's not a compliment. For 3 years, Carlos worked at his game. He practiced batting for hours every day. He studied videos of great players. He worked on his fitness, his technique, his mental strength. His friends got regular jobs, started families, moved on with their lives. Carlos kept believing in his dream. His parents supported him, but privately they worried. Cricket is a tough career. Only a few players make it to the top level. Then came the breakthrough. In 2011, the West Indies team needed players for their upcoming tour of Bangladesh. Several senior players were injured. The selectors decided to give some young players a chance. Carlos got the call. At age 23, he was finally going to play for the West Indies. His parents cried with joy. His neighbors threw a party. The kid who used to practice against a concrete wall was now going to represent his country. His first match was on October 11th, a T20 game against Bangladesh in Dhaka. Carlos was nervous but excited. He batted at number 7 and scored 15 runs. Not spectacular, but solid. 7 days later, he played his first ODI match. Again, nothing amazing, but he looked comfortable at the international level. The cricket world took notice. Here was a player who could bat, bowl, and field well. In modern cricket, such players are gold. But international cricket is different from domestic cricket. The bowlers are faster, the batsmen are stronger, the pressure is enormous. Carlos found this out the hard way. In his first year, he played well sometimes, poorly other times. Critics said he wasn't good enough for international cricket. Some fans agreed. Carlos heard the criticism but didn't let it affect him. He remembered his coach's words, "Stay calm when others panic." The next few years were up and down. Carlos would play well in some series, then get dropped for others. He would score quick runs in one match, then fail in the next. This is common for young international cricketers. The difference between good players and great players is how they handle these setbacks. Carlos used every failure as motivation to improve. He worked harder on his fitness, spent more time in the nets, studied his opponents more carefully. By 2015, Carlos had established himself as a regular in the West Indies T20 and ODI teams. He was known as a reliable lower-order batsman who could hit quick runs when needed. His bowling was also improving. He could bowl accurate Yorkers at the death, a skill that few players possess. But he was still seen as a supporting player, not a match winner. This was about to change in the most dramatic way possible. The 2016 T20 World Cup in India was supposed to be a forgettable tournament for the West Indies. The team had been struggling for years. Many of their best players had retired. The new generation was talented but inexperienced. Cricket experts predicted an early exit. The West Indies were ranked as outsiders to win the tournament. Even their own fans had low expectations. But something special happened in that tournament. The team came together like never before. Under captain Darren Sammy's leadership, they played with freedom and joy. They won matches they weren't supposed to win. They beat stronger teams through sheer determination and skill. Carlos played a crucial role in this success. He scored important runs, took key wickets, and fielded brilliantly. But his biggest moment was still to come. The final was against England at the famous Eden Gardens Stadium in Kolkata. Over 80,000 people packed the stadium. Millions more watched on television around the world. England batted first and scored 155 runs. A decent total but not huge. The West Indies needed 156 runs to win their second T20 World Cup. The match was evenly balanced. The West Indies chase started well, then faltered. Wickets fell at regular intervals. Good batsmen got out to poor shots. The required run rate kept climbing. With 2 overs left, they needed 27 runs. This was still possible, but difficult. Then disaster struck. Another wicket fell. Carlos Brathwaite walked to the crease with 19 runs needed from the final over. 19 runs from 6 balls. In cricket, this is a huge ask. The bowler was Ben Stokes, one of England's best all-rounders. He could bowl fast, bowl slow, bowl Yorkers, bowl bouncers. He had bowled well all tournament. The odds were heavily in England's favor. Most experts thought the match was over. Carlos thought differently. Here's what makes this story so incredible. Carlos later revealed that he had practiced this exact situation hundreds of times. During training sessions, he would ask the bowling coach to set up scenarios where he needed to score big runs in the final over. He would practice against different types of bowling, in different conditions, under different pressures. He had prepared for this moment his entire career. The first ball of the over was a full toss. In cricket, this is a gift for the batsman. Carlos was ready. He swung hard and sent the ball sailing over the long-on boundary for 6 runs. The crowd exploded. 13 runs still needed from 5 balls. The pressure was now on Ben Stokes. The second ball was shorter. Carlos was ready again. He pulled it powerfully over the mid-wicket boundary for another 6. 7 runs needed from 4 balls. The impossible was becoming possible. The West Indies players on the balcony were going crazy. The crowd was on its feet. Around the Caribbean, people were dancing in the streets. Ben Stokes tried to bowl a Yorker for the 3rd ball, but it was slightly short. Carlos was waiting. He hit it cleanly over the long-off boundary for his 3rd 6 in a row. 1 run needed from 3 balls. The match was as good as over. But Carlos wasn't finished. He wanted to win in style. The 4th ball was the most important ball of Carlos's career. Stokes bowled another attempted Yorker. Carlos stepped back, created room, and hit the ball with perfect timing. It flew high and far over the long-on boundary for a 4th consecutive 6. The West Indies had won the World Cup. Carlos had hit 4 sixes in 4 balls to achieve one of the greatest victories in cricket history. The celebration that followed was pure emotion. Carlos raised his arms in triumph, his face showing disbelief and joy. His teammates rushed onto the field to mob him. The West Indies players started dancing to the music of the Caribbean fans in the crowd. It was a moment of pure magic that reminded everyone why cricket is such a beautiful sport. But the story doesn't end there. What happened next is equally fascinating. Carlos became an overnight global superstar. His Instagram followers jumped from a few thousand to hundreds of thousands. Interview requests came from around the world. Endorsement deals worth millions of dollars were offered. The quiet kid from Barbados was suddenly one of the most famous cricketers on the planet. More importantly, Carlos had given the Caribbean people something they had been waiting for: pride in their cricket team. For years, West Indies cricket had been declining. Great players were retiring, young players were struggling, fans were losing interest. Carlos's heroics changed all that. Cricket became popular again in the Caribbean. Kids started playing the game with renewed passion. Carlos had single-handedly revived West Indies cricket. The fame and money that came after the World Cup win could have changed Carlos. Many athletes struggle with sudden success. They become arrogant, lose focus, forget what made them successful. Carlos remained humble and grounded. He continued to work hard, continued to improve his game, continued to respect his opponents. This is why he has had such a long and successful career. After the World Cup, Carlos became a hot property in franchise cricket leagues around the world. The Indian Premier League, the biggest T20 league in the world, wanted him. The Big Bash League in Australia wanted him. Every major T20 league wanted a piece of the Carlos Brathwaite magic. He has since played in over 10 different leagues across 6 continents. His IPL career has been particularly successful. He has played for multiple franchises, always as a specialist finisher and death bowler. His statistics might not look impressive on paper, but his impact in crucial moments has been enormous. IPL captains know that Carlos can be trusted in pressure situations. This trust has made him a valuable player even as he has entered his mid-30s. The Big Bash League in Australia has been another happy hunting ground for Carlos. The bouncy Australian pitches suit his style of play. He has hit some massive sixes in the BBL, entertaining crowds with his power-hitting ability. His fielding has also been a major asset. Carlos is one of the best fielders in world cricket, capable of taking spectacular catches and effecting runouts at crucial moments. What many people don't realize is how intelligent Carlos is as a cricketer. He studies his opponents carefully, knows their strengths and weaknesses, plans his approach accordingly. Before every match, he watches videos of the bowlers he might face. He knows which bowlers bowl Yorkers, which ones bowl slower balls, which ones try to bowl bouncers. This preparation gives him a huge advantage in pressure situations. Carlos has also become a leader in every team he plays for. Younger players look up to him for guidance and inspiration. He shares his experiences freely, helps them with their technique, and most importantly, teaches them how to handle pressure. Many young cricketers credit Carlos with helping them improve their games and grow as players. His captaincy of the West Indies T20 team was marked by the same qualities that made him a great player. He led from the front, stayed calm under pressure, and always believed in his team's ability to win. Under his leadership, the West Indies remained competitive in T20 cricket, even as they struggled in other formats of the game. The global T20 circuit has been Carlos's playground for the past decade. He has played in England's T20 Blast, Pakistan's PSL, Bangladesh's BPL, Sri Lanka's LPL, and many other leagues. Each league has presented different challenges, different pitches, different weather conditions, different opponents, different pressures. Carlos has adapted to all of them successfully. His statistics across different leagues tell an interesting story. In some leagues, he has been primarily a batsman. In others, his bowling has been more important. In yet others, his fielding has been his main contribution. This versatility has made him one of the most sought-after players in world cricket. Very few players can contribute in all 3 aspects of the game at the highest level. As Carlos enters the final phase of his career, he remains as passionate about cricket as ever. At 36, he is no longer the youngest player on the field, but his experience and skills are still highly valued. Teams know that Carlos can deliver in big moments. His recent performances in various leagues have shown that he still has the ability to change matches single-handedly. The 2025 IPL season has seen continued interest in Carlos from multiple franchises. His experience in pressure situations, his ability to mentor younger players, and his proven track record in crucial matches make him an attractive option for teams with championship ambitions. The fact that he is still being actively pursued by IPL teams at age 36 speaks volumes about his value as a cricketer. Carlos has also expanded his role beyond just playing cricket. He has worked as a commentator and analyst for various cricket broadcasts. His insights into the game, gained from years of playing at the highest level, make him a valuable voice in cricket media. His natural charisma and articulate speaking style suggest a bright future in broadcasting once his playing career ends. But perhaps Carlos's greatest achievement is not what he has done on the cricket field, but what he has done for Caribbean cricket. He has shown that with hard work, dedication, and belief in yourself, you can achieve greatness regardless of where you come from.
His story has inspired countless young cricketers across the Caribbean to pursue their dreams. Cricket academies throughout the Caribbean use Carlos's journey as a motivational tool. Coaches tell young players about the boy who practiced against a concrete wall and became a World Cup hero. They emphasize that Carlos succeeded not because he was the most talented player, but because he worked the hardest and never gave up on his dreams. The impact of Carlos's success extends beyond cricket. He has become a role model for young people throughout the Caribbean, showing them that with determination and hard work, they can achieve success in any field. His humble background and rise to international stardom resonate with people from all walks of life. Carlos has also used his fame and success to give back to his community. He has supported various charitable causes in Barbados, particularly those focused on youth development and education. He regularly visits schools and cricket clubs, sharing his story and encouraging young people to pursue their dreams. His foundation provides equipment and coaching to underprivileged children who want to play cricket. The business side of Carlos's career has been equally impressive. He has made smart investments, built a strong personal brand, and established himself as more than just a cricketer. His social media presence, particularly on Instagram where he has over 170,000 followers, gives fans a glimpse into his life as a professional athlete while maintaining his privacy about personal matters. Looking ahead, Carlos's future in cricket looks secure even as his playing career winds down. His experience, knowledge, and leadership qualities make him an ideal candidate for coaching roles. Many expect him to transition into coaching once he retires from playing. His ability to remain calm under pressure and his success in developing young players suggest he could be very successful as a coach. The legacy of Carlos Brathwaite is already secure. He will always be remembered as the man who hit 4 sixes in 4 balls to win the 2016 T20 World Cup. But his legacy extends far beyond that one magical over. He has shown that with hard work, preparation, and belief in yourself, you can achieve greatness. He has inspired a generation of young cricketers and brought pride back to Caribbean cricket. His story teaches us that success is not just about talent, it's about preparation, hard work, and seizing your moment when it comes. Carlos was ready for his moment because he had prepared for it his entire career. When the opportunity came, he grabbed it with both hands and created history. As you watch Carlos continue to play cricket at the highest level, remember that his success didn't happen overnight. It was built on years of practice, dedication, and an unwavering belief in his abilities. His journey from a young boy practicing against a concrete wall to a World Cup hero is proof that dreams can come true if you're willing to work for them. The next time you face a challenging situation in your own life, remember Carlos Brathwaite. Remember that with preparation, hard work, and belief in yourself, you can overcome any obstacle. Sometimes all it takes is 60 seconds of courage to change your life forever. Carlos proved that on a magical night in Kolkata, and his story continues to inspire people around the world. If this story inspired you as much as it inspired me, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of cricket. Share this video with anyone who needs motivation to chase their dreams. And remember, your moment might be just around the corner. Are you ready for it? Let me know in the comments what you learned from Carlos Brathwaite's incredible journey.